What's going down, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications so that you're able to get all of my content, all of my videos. Uh, Look here, man. We got to ask ourselves a question. Uh, we got to ask ourselves a question. Is is Ben Simmons going because they're trying to work Ben Simmons back into uh, a potential. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm sorry about that. They're trying to work Ben Simmons back into the lineup to potentially play limited minutes in the stretch of playoffs. And we got to ask ourselves a question, man. Wow, listen, I'm going to be real with you. It's a good thing that, Ben Simmons is doing his best to try to work himself back into where he can play. Uh, they are trying to do everything that they can so that they can be able to utilize Ben Simmons. But we got to ask if, well, first question we got to ask is how are they going to use him, being that he's been out for quite some time. He hasn't played any type of ball, and I'm talking about in retrospect in terms of the season, preseason, training camp, da 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 da, and then now you're going into the season. Well, really the postseason, if they do, make the playoffs or whatnot, because they got to play in tonight. How are they going to utilize him? And is he going to hurt or help the team? Is he going to hurt or help the team? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Now, I think that if if he's limited and plays a limited a role, that'll be fine. Now, if it's a case where you're trying to do it in terms of what they're doing, like for instance, if they're doing it the way that the Warriors are doing Klay Thompson, then I don't feel that that's going to work because you got guys that have been in the rotation that have put in work, and they've made it through the season thus far. So I think it'll throw a lot of things off. And then I know everybody's sitting here going haywire. Hold on one second. I know everybody's sitting here. They're like, oh well, uh, Ben Simmons is coming back, man. That's an automatic championship. Oh man, they're gonna blow teams out of the water and all this stuff. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at what could potentially happen with the chemistry that they got established now. Because if you were if they were trying to be successful, if they were trying to be successful and they were really trying to work toward the like the championship, and it involved a healthy Ben Simmons, then of course they would need him to play the entire season, or at least a significant amount of games in order to get familiar with each other. Because chemistry, yes, the play it matters. Don't get me wrong. You do have to go out there. You do have to play. Um, every, everybody's got to be on point in terms of their skill, in terms of their know-how, in terms of their energy, in terms of being in shape, things of that nature. But also a big part of it is chemistry. A big part of it, like I said, is cohesiveness and chemistry. And you're throwing a guy in there, that has back problems, the type of back problems that unfortunately, man, it has been a detriment to a lot of players. But when we talk about a herniated disc, hey, something could happen to where it could potentially mess with him again. So that's another thing that we got to look at. But I think that if he's on minutes restriction, it could all work out. It could all work out. And I know a lot of Brooklyn fans, real true Nets fans, not guys that are just on there just because KD or Kyrie are on there, but real true Nets fans that have been with them ever since they were New Jersey Nets fans. They want to see this team grow some. They want to see this team grow somewhere. Like I said tonight, a lot of people I don't know why a lot of people are sitting here acting like, the Cleveland Cavaliers are just, just some team that they're just going to come in there and roll over. Look, I know that they don't, Jared Allen is not playing. I know that he's not playing. I know that they're a man short, and I know our marketing, hasn't been playing up to the level of what some people say or whatnot. But you still got to fear Garland, uh, and you also still have to fear, Evan Mobley, and they're still a young team, and JB Bickerstaff is a exceptional coach. I mean, they made it this far, and nobody thought. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Did I think that they were gonna be in the play-in? No, I actually thought that the Cleveland Cavaliers were gonna be a little better than that, and that's just me talking. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for everybody else. What's up with you? What's up, True Bryson? I see you in the building. I can't speak for everybody else, but you know they're they're in the play-in, and it is what it is. It is what it is. What's up, Alex? I see you in the building. I haven't forgot about you. I haven't forgot about you, Alex. We're still gonna talk about the Warriors. We got a lot to cover today, and I'm not even playing. I'm knocking them out one by one. But we got to get a clear understanding as to why why some people think that okay, Ben Simmons is automatically going to come out there. Look, I want him to come out there and just play. Just the fact that he's coming out there and he's playing, it shows okay, this guy really this guy really does want to get out there. This guy does want to touch, put the pedal to the metal and try to do what's necessary, for the betterment of the team. At least that's what he's showing. Now, if he's doing it, for any other reasons, hey, that's That's between him and the higher power. But I think a combination of KD's mentality and Kyrie's mentality, their championship pedigree, has rubbed off on Ben Simmons. I think him being around champions, it has rubbed off on Ben Simmons. I think being the fact that he's been around some guys in there, some winners. Because regardless of what anybody want to say, Steve Nash is a winner. I know he didn't get it done in terms of championships or anything like that. But if you're talking about a point guard who played the game at the highest level and with the furthest that he could with the Phoenix team, that's going to rub off on him too. He's been in a winning environment, and now he gets a chance to actually show people. And he's coming in. He's coming in at a time when everybody's body is pretty much hot, not warm, hot. I'm talking caliente. I'm talking caliente. So if Ben Simmons is coming back, let's just be honest. Hey, I'm all for it. I've said it before. Now, a part of me is like, okay, Ben Simmons, sit your ass down. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to do no wear and tear. But a key thing that you have to understand when you're talking about, the back, uh, you you have to have movement. You have to keep it moving. I know, like when you sit down and everything, because I had an issue. I had an issue with the lumbar, tailbone, and going down, like my spine area. And the reason why I had trouble with that is because I kept having to lift. I kept having to lift my grandmother, and I was having trouble with that. And it lasted for about 6 months or whatever. But once I started, exercising and working out and stuff, I mean, yeah, there would be a little pain here and there, but then eventually it went away. Now I know it didn't get so bad to where I had to take a shot or anything. Now the pain was excruciating, but like to get back to my point, I think that with Ben Simmons being out there and moving, that's the best thing that he can do. That's the best thing that he can do is get out there and actually play, even if it's limited minutes. That's all people wanted. Sorry about that. That's all people wanted to do was to see him at least try, at least get out there. Listen, I've never questioned Ben Simmons' ability. I've never questioned his talent projection. Because yes, he's talented, but can he get better? Absolutely, he can get a whole lot better. And the thing, the thing that is going to separate Ben Simmons from the rest of the pack in terms of his progression is just what he's got time on his hands. He's got time on his hands. So to be able to like people have talked about on here, they've got on here and they've said that a Ben Simmons with a jump shot is really scary. A Ben Simmons playing with Kevin Durant is scary. Yes, it could be potentially scary. A healthy Ben Simmons who who is murderous not only from not only let's just talk about just mid range and free throws alone. Like Ben Simmons, like hitting his three, it would be scary because he can already get to the rack and everything like that. We already know all of that stuff. And then he can play make and then also defend too. But it's going to boil down now. Okay, it's no question about his heart. But this is my thing too. If we potentially end up, facing each other, if somehow, some way we end up, if we end up somehow, some way facing a team uh, like Brooklyn, how is he gonna play against us though? That's my question. How is he gonna play if he? I'm just saying if the scenario is to happen that way, how is he gonna play like? That's what we have to ask ourselves. If he gonna show up and be able to handle the smoke, is he gonna be all right mentally? That's what we have to ask ourselves. That's the type of question that you have to ask yourself. There's nothing wrong with his talent. Can he make some uh, better plays and stuff like that? Play better? Yeah, absolutely. But it's mental. There's been a lot of players over time that might not be the most talented, and they might not have the most athletic ability, but guess what they made up for? They made up for heart. They made up for will. They made up for drive and dedication to what they do. Like for instance, Kyle Lowry. Now I know Kyle Lowry, he shoots a whole hell of a lot better than a guy like Ben Simmons. But for us to sit up here and say that Kyle Lowry is freakish athletic, is he all fancy like people think? No. But what does he do? He gets the job done. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that are rooting for Ben Simmons. There's a lot of people that are rooting for Ben Simmons. Look, he's got a chance right now to be a great, uh, to some degree, a great comeback story. To some degree, because a lot of people had counted him out. If you want to say I fall in that category, I mean, to a certain extent. But the only problem that I have with that is I never, I never denied his talent and I never denied his ability. I just said it's always been his attitude. And okay, he's coming into a situation. He's coming into a different environment. It's new to him now. He still has people that know him there. That's the thing. He still got Seth Curry and of course, Andre Drummond, but that's a whole nother conversation. That wouldn't be not like Seth Curry because Seth Curry has played with Vincent, and see, this is another thing too. How is he gonna how is he gonna adapt to the coaching of Steve Nash? Those are some questions we gotta ask. Uh, it, if you're Ben Simmons right now, the only thing that you can do is just pretty much shut up and listen. Especially you being in the playoffs, you're playing alongside KD, who is the champion. You're playing alongside Kyrie, who is the champion. The only thing that you can do is really just shut up and listen. That's pretty much all you can do. That's pretty much all you can do. They are the champions, regardless of what you want to say. I know some people, oh well, Kyrie wouldn't have wanted to work for LeBron and all this other stuff. You could say the same thing for LeBron. LeBron would have wanted to be at Kyrie. Not gonna go down that road. Oh well, KD man, he hopped on the Golden State Warriors and all this other stuff. Okay, regardless, he still got a ring. He's still done it at the highest level, and even before that, he went to the finals. Now I don't. Now do some people like the way that he did it? No, but I've already talked about that before. But my point is that no matter how you want to slice it, no matter how you want to dice it, try to transform it, try to reconstruct it, try to do anything that you can to try to talk about their championship or take it away. They're still champions, and that's something that Ben Simmons does not have under his belt. He doesn't have any championship up under his belt. The only thing that he has is a little bit of playoff experience, and that's a big difference. It's a big difference when you're playing. It's a big difference when you're playing. Now he played with Doc Rivers, and I mean he's been there with Danny Green, but the main player who is Joel Embiid, he's never he's never done it at the highest level. It's a big difference in that. Matter of fact, they came in pretty much not knowing anything. Their growth was going to be vital, man. And a lot of people don't know this, man. I wanted Ben Simmons to work out uh, with Joel Embiid, man. For real, if Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, because a lot of people don't think that Joel Embiid has got an ego. Joel Embiid has an ego, okay? Joel Embiid has an ego too, and Joel Embiid, he messed up on a lot of stuff too. He's gonna hurt them in the long run. Okay, tell me why. I'll put the link in there for you so you can go ahead and tell me, Memphis. What's up with it, B more? I see you in the building. Go ahead and tell me why, Memphis. Okay, quick tune. You think he's gonna help, huh? Hey, like I said, but hey, I want y'all to understand. We gotta understand something, okay? We gotta understand. We're talking about him coming in, and he has not played hardly any basketball. And I know some people are gonna, you got some people that really don't truly understand the game of basketball. You playing in practice, or you working out, or you running on the treadmill, you lifting weights, you doing one-on-one drills, two-on-two drills, and all that other stuff. That's completely different than playing in an NBA season. I want people to understand that. You can ask anybody, especially on YouTube, within the LDPC that have experience with playing basketball. You're not just going to get out there and just think that, okay, yeah, you're going to get back to normal. It's not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way. Right? That's the only thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. And see, that's a good point. Quick tunes. Another thing that we got to understand too. These bodies are already hot. Everybody's body is hot. Like, okay, like when you like in January, get ready to approach the All Star, your body's warm. Uh, before the All Star break, like maybe I would say at the beginning of the season, you just starting to get your legs up under you. Yeah, I guess Memphis didn't want to come in and explain that. It's all good. That's why the Spurs are gonna lose. I'm just messing with Memphis. They should bring him off the bench first. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's that's that. Of course, they're gonna do that. That if they're not just gonna throw him in and being a starter like that, quick tune. I highly doubt it. And if they do, I'll be thoroughly surprised. I don't think Nash is gonna roll like that. I don't think Steve Nash is gonna roll like that. I highly doubt that they're just gonna automatically start this. And it's gonna be an interesting thing to see. It's gonna be an interesting thing to see because now you're adding another person. Listen, you're adding another personality. You're adding another guy uh, who's another big body as far as defensively, in terms of defensively. You're adding another guy. And we're not talking about nobody small. We're not talking about somebody 6'6". We're talking about somebody 6'10". Somebody that's 6'10" that can get to the bucket real easy and can play make. And on top of that is a defender, regardless of how he shoots. Regardless of how this guy shoots. You said also Drummond can give us. Oh, okay. Quick tune. You're a Brooklyn fan. I didn't know you were a Brooklyn fan, my man. I did not know you were a Brooklyn fan. Okay. Okay, you're a KD fan. Okay, so you're not really a Nets fan, man. You're a Nets fan right now. It's all good. At least you admitted it. I'm glad I probed. And see, that's a guy. That's what I like. A guy that's honest. A guy that's telling the truth. Yeah, that would be hey, that would be wonderful for him, man. That would put him in the same class, as like a Giannis right now. I can't. Okay, hey, quick tunes. I keep uh, True Viking is a woman. I gotta let her know before cause what she'll do is she'll eat you alive, man. If you don't get that right. Um, okay, look, if KD wins and he brings the championship to Brooklyn, that would be a phenomenal thing. But the thing about it is that he's a champion. He's a champion regardless. Now, just like just like a lot of people are sitting here saying, about the Lakers, um, them not being able to win uh, in a regular season or whatever. Well, we also got to look at the same thing of what people are saying in terms of KD and everything. Because I want to see KD win. I don't think people understand, man, how much I want to really see this guy win. KD's a good guy, man. KD is a hard worker. Uh, and I don't know him personally, but I know that the guy doesn't want to lose. The guy does not want to lose. The guy wants to win at all costs, and you can't blame him for that. You can't blame him for that. I don't blame him for that. I I know that people are still have in his mind about Golden State. You gotta let that go. You know, I've let it go. As I've said before, I'll use the same example that I've talked about before. Okay, nah, he's a really good guy, man. A lot of these people they want to sit up here and oh man, well KD is this way, and that, Man, have you sat down and have a conversation with this motherfucker? You know, and look, it's the same thing with LeBron. Okay, yeah, he's got some savage ways. I mean, you know, but can you really honestly say that you spend enough time to know LeBron? You know, okay, look, you might not like what he does. You might not like his actions. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you 100%. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know. You go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You wake up next to the dude. All this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're around him 24/7. Pause. I should have said pause. You know, like, come on, let's cut it out. Now, do I like the stat pattern side and you know the way that throwing teams under the throwing teammates under the bus and all the other riffraff that comes with playing with LeBron? Absolutely not, absolutely not. But I'm not going to sit up here and like some people do. They act like they know LeBron or they know KD or they know any of these other guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know James Harden, but from what I've seen, I don't like his work habits. His workout habits, and sometimes you gotta I question you know his mentality and his will to win. And so does Philly is now too. Yeah, you're not the first one to do that, quick man. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Matter of fact, you're talking to a guy that did it, and she checked your boy at the front door. She checked your boy at the front door, man. So I decided to take the words out of her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because she'll get savage with it. I mean, if you read her name, that's what a Viking is. They're savages. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, sorry about that. But we'll have to see if it works out, man. You know, uh, Ben Simmons, man, he's got a lot of making up to do. Now, I'm not the one to sit here and doubt anybody or doubt his potential or any of that, But society has the tendency to go by track record, and until you actually get on. Now, if he does get out on there and let's say he tries to overexert himself, that could be a bad thing because then guess what? Then he'll end up actually doing more harm than good, and that's not what we want. You know. So y'all let me know what you think, man. Leave your comments, like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification, follow Sports Talk and Entertainment. And I appreciate everybody pulling up. Y'all have a good one.